This is the best that the triple threat system has been in 2K in history, and you need to incorporate these moves into your offensive arsenal right now, including that move right there, that Jordan Poole special. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the new triple threat mechanics, how they're much improved over the 2K23 implementation, and why this deserves a place in your bag. It's gonna be an essential part of your offense, and trust me, these mechanics are going to be as important as dribbling in NBA 2K24. It's the best the system has ever been, being as effective as some of the crossovers in the game. So let's start with your jab steps and step overs. So with your left pivot foot established, tap the right stick to the right and up and to the right for your lateral and diagonal jab steps, up for your half step over, up and to the left for a diagonal step over, and down and to the left for a full step over. So just like your crossovers, jab steps are used to keep your defender off balance. It's a great way to create space if your defender is crowding you, and the right kind of launch at the right time is going to be important to breaking down your defender. So take a look at this right here. We initiate a step over, forcing my Cal Bridges to take a step back. Now that space is important because we can launch in any direction now. So we shift him around. What my Cal Bridges tries to do here is crowd us. And from here, you can execute any left stick input to the left. Here, I execute an up and to the right input here, which will do a swing launch, creating space. As you can see right there, there's enough space for us to launch into a spin jumper right now. So those are the importance of your jab steps and step overs. So doubling up on your right stick inputs will give you combos, for example, a double jab step or a rocker step, for example. And then you can combo this not necessarily with the same input, but you can do a jab step over, a double full step over, for example, or a step over to jab step, which will give you a swing animation. So basically, it's tapping the right stick in multiple directions or in the same direction twice to give you different types of combos. So now that you have your defender off balance, you can launch out of your right stick jab steps and step overs. Here, I tap the right stick upright and then hold R2 and then hold the left stick up and to the left to explode out of a step over. Think of it as a crossover. Here, comboing a pump fake into a jab step launch basically used Clay's momentum and being off balance against him. It's a fast launch out of that diagonal jab step, giving us a wide open lane to the basket. You can also combo this with your advanced moves. For example, comboing this with a step back jumper, for example, can use your defender's momentum against them. You can also combo the launch directly into your right stick dribble moves, which really, it's a great way to keep your defenders off balance and keep attacking them in multiple directions. It will also shed contact if they stick by you after the initial jab step launch. See here, after our quick jab launch, Clay was able to stay with us, but behind the back crossover led us to this nice Euro step finish. So be creative in how you combo. The step back right here just gave us enough space to hit a wide open jump shot. So out of any jab step, you can also initiate this jab step to behind the back launch. It's very explosive. So after initiating a jab step with the right stick, you want to hold R2. You want to tap the right stick down and towards your pivot foot. So in this case, we're tapping the right stick diagonally down to the left. So in 2K23, this was basically the only viable jab step launch option. And I'm glad that's not the case anymore for 2K24. Because the change in direction and the launch is so quick and explosive, it's only natural to combo this with your right stick dribble moves in order to keep your defenders off balance. As you can see right here, doubling up on our jab step into that step back, into that nice crossover launch, gets us an easy 2 points. The most powerful triple threat move in NBA 2K23 and in years past has always been the step over spin out, which is done by tapping the right stick towards your pivot foot and then rotating the right stick towards the opposite direction. So this works really well because if your defender bites on that initial step over, it will give you an open lane to the opposite direction. Here I got creative and comboed it with an aggressive breakdown. You can also initiate any step over launch towards the same side, and here I comboed that with an attack hesitation by holding R2 and tapping the right stick to the left as I launch to the left. Look at this nice hesitation gather right here. I combo into a step back, into a crossover, and then I basically jam it over the entire Warriors front court. So again, be creative in how you combo this with your different right stick dribble moves, and I don't understand why my Cal Bridges was trying to draw that charge right there. He was in poor position after this nice step over launch, step back, crossover. My Cal, all he could do was take a charge. There are also different sets of step over combos that will lead you to these nice size up dribble motions right here. So with your left pivot foot established, tap the right stick to the left and then hold R2 and then hold the left stick towards the right. This will give you that nice behind the back dribble out of that step over. I love using this in combination with the different dribble moves that you can execute. For example, I execute an aggressive breakdown immediately after that step over launch. I hold R2, tap up on the right stick, initiate that aggressive breakdown, and then initiate a crossover into a step back jumper. You can also get this quicker behind the back launch by instead holding the left stick up and to the right instead of to the right. So again, take a look at how these set up your dribble moves. That's why these triple threat launches are so important. You can also execute this nice triple threat swing launch for an aggressive finish or a nice pull-up jumper. So instead, you want to hold the left stick down and to the right with your left pivot foot established. This quick launch right here is a great way to catch your defenders off guard. They'll try to scramble and you can use their momentum against them, or if you get to the basket, use your ability to finish through contact as Paul George does right here, basically bulldozing towards Steph Curry and Klay Thompson with an acrobatic finish. So once again, the best way to use the step over launches are to make sure it's done in combination with a lot of your advanced dribbling techniques like this behind the back launch directly into a step back jumper. So you can also launch directly out of your step over animations or whatever step over combo you want. Again, just hold R2 and then hold the left stick towards the opposite direction of your swing animation. You'll want to make sure that you play around with the timing of launches because some guys can launch quicker out of their step over combos than other players depending on their triple threat style. So this gives you the versatility and the unpredictability of attacking your defender out of the triple threat. So I like to think of my jab step, step overs, and other triple threat combos as my first dribble move. So even before dribbling, I'm already using these jab steps and step overs to set up my right stick attacks. Here I basically use a moving crossover to jam my body into Klay so I can finish through contact. And that 2K added this fancy triple threat launch animation is actually insane. I saw Jordan Poole execute a similar move not out of the triple threat but while using a dribble already against the Charlotte Hornets. T-Mac was also one who uses out of the triple threat really well. So to execute this move, perform any half step over or diagonal step over and then rotate the right stick towards the direction of your step over. And other than just being a move that looks extremely saucy, it's also very effective because it's a nice hesitation launch, and then when you combo that with your step back jumpers or other right stick dribble moves, so here it's a simple momentum out of that nice spin hesitation launch into that step back jumper using the speed that we generate out of this. Again, using that speed, using that hesitation, that change of direction, that change of pace against your defender. My goodness, man, I can't believe 2K added this extent of fancy animations. Here is my favorite though. If you learn how to combo this with certain right stick moves, man, the sauce is just gonna be taken to a whole nother level. I combo this into a misdirection dribble, into Jordan Poole's signature step back jumper. Man, you gotta give a like for that, come on. And lastly, you want to combo your triple threat moves with any of your escape hesitations, your step back escapes, or any type of right stick dribble move. So here I essentially show you the different types of hesitation moves you can combo with your triple threats. Hold R2, tap the right stick to the left, to the right, or down. Obviously, tapping the right stick down will give you a step back, but to the left and to the right will give you nice hesitation animations. And believe me, Paul George's hesitation animation, in my opinion, it's probably one of the best in the game. You can combo that directly into your right stick dribble moves, or you can burst out of it with a left stick launch while holding turbo. So again, this just gives you way more options. I know that these were in past 2Ks, especially the hesitation launches, but they've never been this good. They've never been better than what they are right now. The launches, the hesitation escapes into your different dribble moves, everything flows well together. So I didn't cover every triple threat move in this video. For example, there's a full step over into a half spin launch that will give you a nice Smitty type animation. You can execute that. It's been in past 2Ks, but my focus here was to show you how to blend combos from your triple threat and then how you can branch that out into your different right stick dribble moves or your advanced shot creation, even showing you some of the latest animations that 2K added in 2K24. In my opinion, the triple threat system is the best it's ever been. Triple threat launches, jab step launches, step over launches are now diverse, whereas in past years it was only the jab step spin out, step over spin out, or that jab step behind the back launch. But now the diversity, the way it's so dynamic, the triple threat system is an essential part of anybody's offensive arsenal, and I hope you incorporate that to your offensive bag because these are going to be big in NBA 2K24.